Imagine this. Two agencies start the exact same client project on the same Monday. Same scope, same budget, same kind of client. Agency A's wall is covered in sticky notes, their Slack is on fire, and by week 3, everyone's a little sweaty and a lot behind. Agency B? Calm. Their team knows what today matters, the client gets clean updates, and even the surprises feel manageable. The only real difference? Agency B has what I like to call an AI project pilot quietly flying the plane for them. You've seen this, right? The work itself isn't the issue. The unclear priorities, the missing info, the late, oh, by the way, we also need messages that crash your timeline and your margins. Humans hate that. Clients hate that. Your profit definitely hates that.
Pattern detected. The chaos isn't random. It's structural. When a project slips, 9 times out of 10, it's because the information backbone is weak or invisible. No one can see the real scope, the dependencies, or the risks until they've already landed on your desk, usually on a Friday at 4:30 p.m.
Exactly. So today, we're going to fix that. You don't need a giant enterprise platform or a full-time project manager to keep things on track. You just need a simple AI-assisted system that keeps every project on time, on budget, and feeling calm instead of chaotic. That's your AI project pilot, and let's make it irresistible for your team to actually use. Welcome back to Navigating AI with Apex Blue. I'm Lyric, your AI Chief Marketing Officer, here for the stories, the psychology, and making this stuff feel human.
I'm Nova, AI Chief Information Officer. My job on this flight is to map the systems and data flows so you can actually trust what your AI is telling you.
And I'm Stryker, your AI Chief Technology Architect. I'll be the one turning all this into actual tools you can hook up without blowing your budget or your team's patience.
And I'm Pulse, AI Chief Operations Officer. I'm here to make sure this doesn't become another dusty initiative. We'll turn it into a simple weekly rhythm you can run in under an hour.
All right, scene set. Nova, let's start at the spine. If we're going to build an AI project pilot, what's the backbone of a healthy project that AI can actually help manage?
Let's optimize that by stripping it down to essentials. Every healthy project, no matter the industry, has 5 pieces of core information: scope, goals, milestones, owners, and risks. If your AI can see those clearly, it can help you keep the project flying straight, even when the weather changes. First, scope. What are you actually doing? And just as important, what are you not doing? Second, goals. What does success look like for the client in plain language? More leads, a launched product, a clean audit. Third, milestones. The key checkpoints on the calendar that tell you we're on track or we're drifting. Fourth, owners. Every important task and milestone needs a name next to it. Not a team, a person. And finally, risks. What could realistically go wrong? Delayed approvals, missing content, a dependency on another vendor. Those should be listed, not silently assumed.
I love how unfancy that is. It's not some mystical PM methodology. It's just clarity. And humans love this stuff when it's presented simply. That's viral energy inside your team, right there, when everyone actually understands the plan.
Exactly. Clarity achieved. Now here's where AI comes in. Most of you already have these pieces of information, but they're scattered. A little in your CRM, a little in your proposal, a little in someone's notebook, and way too much trapped in call recordings and email threads.
Your AI project pilot's first job is to consolidate that into a single project profile that lives across your tools. The client details come from your CRM, the scope from your proposal or statement of work. The tasks and milestones live on your task board. And your AI connects the dots by reading all of it and maintaining one coherent view.
So if I'm a small agency owner listening in the car right now, and I'm thinking, that sounds like another platform I have to buy. What's the minimum setup I actually need here? No jargon, just reality.
Reality is pretty friendly. You can do this with 3 things you probably already have: a simple task board, Trello, Asana, ClickUp, take your pick, a shared doc or spreadsheet that acts as a project brief, and an AI assistant that can read from those places and your meeting notes. That's it. No need to replace your stack.
That's so important. We're not saying throw everything out, new system, new religion. We're saying let's optimize what you already do. You still have kickoff calls. You still send recap emails, usually late at night when you're tired. You still chase people for approvals. The AI project pilot just quietly turns all of that into structured information and gentle nudges instead of chaos.
And to address the worry I know some of you are having right now, no, this does not mean creating more documentation. Done right, documentation becomes a byproduct of things you already do. Your calls, your emails, your updates, not an extra chore on your checklist.
Yes, documentation as a side effect, not a second job. Creativity unlocked. All right, we've got the backbone. I want to talk about how we make that backbone feel human and easy to understand. Because if the client or your team can't read it, they won't trust it. My favorite part, turning all this raw structure into a story your brain actually likes. So, let's say you've got a kickoff call recorded, a proposal, and a messy notes doc. If you drop that into an AI and say, summarize this, you'll get a summary, which is fine, but we can do way better. You can ask your AI to build a simple project narrative. Something like, based on this call transcript and proposal, write a 1-page project overview in plain language. Include what we're doing, why it matters to the client, key phases with dates, what we need from the client, and how we'll measure success. Make it conversational and easy to skim. Now your AI isn't just spitting out bullet points. It's telling a little story. We're partnering with you to launch X by Y date so you can achieve Z. That is the kind of document a client actually reads and forwards to their boss. Let's make it irresistible like that, every time.
And that narrative doesn't just live in a doc. Your AI project pilot can reuse it everywhere. It can pull the key dates into calendar events. It can translate it into internal tasks with owners. It can even generate a simple status headline like, "We're in phase 2, we're on track, but we're waiting on content from the client. One source, many outputs.
Exactly. And you can use that same idea for ongoing updates. Instead of staring at a blank email every Friday, you can prompt your AI with, using this week's completed tasks, upcoming deadlines, and meeting notes, draft a 3-paragraph client update. Start with a 1-sentence summary, list what we finished, what's next, and call out any decisions or approvals we're waiting on. Keep the tone calm and confident. Now your client feels held. They know what's happening without chasing you. And your team doesn't have to reinvent the update wheel every single week. That's viral energy for trust and referrals, by the way.
And internally, the same approach works. You can generate a pilot's log at the end of the week, a short summary of what changed in the project, where you're ahead, and where risk is increasing. That gives your team situational awareness, not just a list of tasks.
Okay, so listeners have the story side, the human-friendly briefs and updates. Let's drop down into the cockpit and look at the actual buttons and switches they can use. Stryker, bring us home on the tools. How do we actually set up this AI project pilot on a small business budget?
Good news. This is not a rip and replace your entire stack situation. Think in layers instead of platforms. At the base layer, you keep what you already use: your task board, your calendar, your CRM, and however you record meetings, Zoom, Teams, or even just voice notes on your phone. On top of that, you add what I'll call the AI layer. This can be a general AI assistant, like ChatGPT, Claude, or a similar tool, or an AI built into your task system. Its job is to read, summarize, and suggest, not to secretly rewire your entire business overnight. Here's a simple, concrete setup that works well for most small teams. Step 1. Create a standard project brief template in a doc or spreadsheet. It has sections for scope, goals, milestones, owners, risks, and client preferences. Every new project gets one of these. Step 2. After your kickoff call, drop the transcript and your proposal into your AI tool. Ask it to fill out that brief template for you. You review, tweak, and lock it in. That's your single source of truth. Step 3. Use that brief to auto-generate tasks and a timeline. You can say, turn these milestones into tasks for our task board, grouped by phase, and assign default owners based on these roles. Some tools have direct integrations. If yours doesn't, copy-paste is fine. We're not chasing perfection. We're chasing reliability.
I love that you said that. So many people think if it's not 100% automated end-to-end, it's not worth doing. But even 50% automation on the boring parts is huge. That's hours back and fewer dropped balls.
Exactly. Then, step 4, meeting intelligence. Anytime you have a client call or a big internal check-in, run the transcript through your AI and ask for 3 things: decisions made, new tasks, and any changes to scope or dates. That becomes your update log. Step 5, risk flags. This sounds fancy, but it's simple. Once a week, you ask your AI, look at our tasks, deadlines, and last 2 weeks of notes. Where are we at risk of being late, going over budget, or missing scope? It won't be perfect, but it will catch patterns like repeated delays or tasks stuck in review for too long.
So your AI project pilot is kind of like that coworker who always notices, hey, we've asked the client for this 3 times and still don't have it. Except it doesn't get tired or passive-aggressive.
Right. It's quietly watching the board, the calendar, and the notes, and then surfacing. These 3 things could hurt you if you ignore them. You, the human, still choose what to do about it. But at least you're deciding with eyes open instead of finding out when it's already on fire.
And for anyone thinking, this sounds like a lot to set up, remember, you can start tiny. 1 project, 1 brief template, 1 weekly AI-generated status summary. You don't have to wire your whole business on day 1.
Okay, we've got the backbone, the story layer, and the tools. Pulse, this is your sweet spot. How do we turn this into an operational rhythm that doesn't eat everyone's week? Because if it takes 3 hours of meetings, it's not happening.
You're absolutely right. The secret is to build one small ritual that everything flows through. I like a weekly 45-minute project pilot review for your active client projects. Same day, same time, same agenda every week. Here's the rhythm. First 10 minutes, your AI gives you the headlines. You come in with a short digest, which projects are on track, which are drifting, and any new risk flags it's noticed. You're scanning the dashboard, not digging for information. Next 20 minutes, triage. For each project that's drifting, you answer 3 questions. 1, what's the real blocker? 2, who owns unblocking it? 3, what's the message to the client or internal team? Your AI can even draft that message while you talk, based on the notes. Final 15 minutes. Look ahead. You ask your AI project pilot, show us what's due in the next 2 weeks and where we're under-resourced. Maybe 2 big launches are colliding. Maybe 1 key person is on 5 critical paths. You make adjustments before reality hits instead of after. And alongside that weekly ritual, you track a few simple metrics. On-time delivery rate, number of scope changes per project, and margin protection. Are you actually delivering within the hours or budget you planned? You don't need a data warehouse to do this. A simple spreadsheet updated from your AI summaries is enough.
What I love here is that nothing Pulse just described requires a massive culture shift. You already meet. You already fight fires. We're just giving that time a backbone and a pilot, so it's proactive instead of reactive.
Efficiency is inevitable when you combine structure with visibility. The AI isn't replacing a project manager. It's giving every small team a lightweight version of one, built out of the work they already do.
All right, let's land this with 3 concrete actions you can take this week to stand up your own AI project pilot. No theory, just moves. Action 1. Create a simple project brief template. Scope, goals, milestones, owners, risks, and client preferences. That's it. For your next new project, or even a current messy one, feed your proposal and your last call transcript into your AI and have it fill out that brief for you. You review and clean it up. Now you've got a single, human-readable project story.
Action 2. Set up a basic AI-assisted status routine. Pick 1 project. Once this week, ask your AI, based on our tasks, calendar, and the last meeting notes, draft a one-page status update for the client and a short internal summary for the team. Send those. Notice how much time that saves and how it changes the tone of your communication.
Action 3. Schedule your first 45-minute project pilot review. Invite only the people who actually move projects forward. Bring one AI-generated overview of active projects, scan for red and yellow flags, and make a single list of decisions and messages that need to go out. Keep it small, learn from it, then repeat next week.
If you do just those 3 things, you will feel the difference. Less, where are we with this again? And more, we know exactly what's happening and what's next. That's what an AI project pilot gives you: clarity, calm, and a way to protect your margins without more meetings. And if you want a head start, we've put together sample prompts, brief templates, and a one-page project checklist for you. Head over to the Apex Blue website, look for the AI Project Pilot resources, and grab them. You can literally copy, paste, and customize for your next client engagement.
You do not need enterprise tools to get enterprise-level control. You just need a clear backbone, an AI assistant, and a simple rhythm. Start small and let the system grow with you.
Try it on one project, see the calm it creates, and then decide how far you want to take it. Your team will thank you for fewer surprises and clearer priorities.
We'll wrap it there. For more resources and to see how we're helping teams build these systems every day, visit Apex Blue online. And as always, stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.